All right, let's see here. I looked at my battery usage on my iPhone, the history. You know how you can go, I don't know, whatever, to settings, and then I think to battery, and then there's an icon that you can click that will sadly tell you how many hours in the last 24 hours or how many hours in the last 7 days that you have spent on your phone in each of your apps. And so I looked at that. Not a good idea because and I'll post the picture. I took a screenshot of it and I'll post that for you just for full disclosure and for the sake of transparency and to support each other's growth. This is why I'm sharing this. I have spent 14 hours, I think, or maybe it was 12 hours on my favorite app, which is a game. It's a restaurant game. Of course it would be. If you know me, then you know that that's all I've done for my entire life is work in restaurants. And surprisingly enough, here I go and quit and leave the restaurant industry, and the first thing I do is download an app, a game on my phone that I play apparently 2 hours a day. And then time on Facebook, that was another 5 hours. So let's just say let's add up to whatever, 20 hours in the past 7 days that I have spent on my phone with either Facebook or this game, playing this game. That was a revelation that sort of shocked me, and I want to say inspired me into action, but I wouldn't say it inspired me. I would say it shamed me. Now, let's start with this. Let's clarify. I will be the last person on this planet to say that we should never play games on our phone or on the computer or whatever, or read, well, that's not a good example, but watch TV, Netflix. I think all of us should have that downtime and that decompression time after work, or after being with the kids all day, or after yelling at your husband, whatever it is. There's definitely a time and a place every day for chill time, for downtime, for whatever it is for you, whether you're escaping or whether playing the game is challenging intellectually, or it creates achievement for you because you're accomplishing these different levels. That's all good. It's all fine. And again, I'm not sitting here saying I'm never going to play my game again, because I am, probably right after this video. What I am suggesting is that we consider the effect that spending time on Facebook, watching Netflix, and playing phone games, consider what that time is doing to us. And what I'm talking about is in respect to wanting to be somebody else. If you want a different career, if you want to be more emotionally honest, if you want to be more self-confident, if you want a different relationship, or if you want a relationship, if you are trying to figure out how to handle your teenagers, if you're going through a divorce, if you just got fired, if you're trying to lose weight, all of these self-improvement topics can be supported positively when we meditate, and when we study, and when we read self-help books, and when we go through maybe courses at universities that can help us to become who we want to be, or if we spend time, for some people, reading the Bible or praying, meditating, affirmations, doing some homework and study work. I'm just suggesting that for those of us that are sitting here today saying, I want to be here next year, not in this current place, then spending 2 hours a day in meaningless stuff, it's not going to support your growth. So give yourself a time limit, 30 minutes, I don't know, an hour, 15 minutes. Only you can know what that right time limit is. Give yourself a time limit and stick to it. And then become aware, notice those times throughout your day where you're feeling the inclination or the need, the desire to play these games on your iPhone. And maybe journal. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? Are you stressed in that moment? What's going on with you in that moment that you want to, let's say, escape? mentally, emotionally, and play your game on your phone for an hour. Download some iBooks. Some books, are they called iBooks? Download some books onto your iPhone, or carry a book with you. Podcasts. Maybe there's CDs that you can play in your car that are self-help oriented, that are focused on your personal development. So you play your game for 30 minutes and then you read a self-help book for 30 minutes. So that next year you really can move closer to where you want to be and who you want to be. Instead of looking back and saying, oh my God, I played Restaurant Fever 2 hours a day, and now here it is a year later and I haven't moved forward. In fact, I've moved backwards, or I'm not where I want to be, or I'm not who I want to be, or my relationships have not improved. I have not lost weight. Maybe you do yoga for 45 minutes a day instead of your restaurant game on your iPhone for 2 hours. So there's a compromise. There's a compromise. And I'm not saying don't decompress, don't play the game. I'm just suggesting that you cannot complain after the fact if you have not consciously made an effort to refine who you want to be. And boy, I could just go on and on and on and on, and I don't think that I think I'm just kind of starting to repeat myself and going in small tiny circles that are becoming a little bit redundant. So the challenge is today for you to take a screenshot of your usage. Go to settings. This is for the iPhone. Go to settings, go to battery, and then click the icon that looks like a clock, and it will switch from percentages to hours. And I challenge you in the comments of this video to post your screenshot and then potentially make a commitment to yourself, and we'll hold you accountable to what you're going to do for moving forward in the next 7 days. What kind of cutback you're going to make and what you're going to replace that with. So I'm committing not to spend 2 hours a day on my phone, but rather spending for this first week an hour playing my game and on Facebook, and then that other hour reading self-help books, listening to DVDs, CDs, and planning out my goals for the next week. So that's what I'm committing to do, and I want to see what you're committing to do, and why that's important to you.